Hello my Cancerian friends, and thanks for joining me for the September of 2020 Taroscope with Animal Totem. And I also found my other lots. I design, besides designing these decks, I also have these things called lots. They're just little lots. They're just little things that you can pull out, and we're going to do the lots of answers. Additionally, if you are, well, we're going to use the Rock and Roll Tarot deck for the main reading as always. Then we're going to pull a card from the Animal Totem cards, always. These are my two decks that I designed. And then for the bonus readings for our Patreon peeps, we're going to pull out the Circle of Life. And it's illustrated by Maria DeStefano. So that's pretty cool. Lots going on this month. By the way, these cards, so this is for, let's start at the beginning here. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, Cancer Moon. I am a psychic astrologer and tarot reader. These cards have been thoroughly shuffled in between the reading. And now I just do a loose shuffle to pull the cards out that are meant for you. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon. One more. The Sun. Nice. Okay, let's make a little room here. You know, there is this big thing happening this month of September. We're having the equinox. Every time the sun moves into a cardinal sign, we have 4 a year, and that's the 4 seasons of the year. And it's always a time of big change, and it's always a big turning point for everybody. You know, it's not in your sign, but I'll tell you what, you're a cardinal sign. And it's always when it hits the cardinal signs, the cardinal cross, is when it changes season. So cardinal sign people like you, that would be you, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries are the 4 cardinal signs. You feel it, even if it's not your turn. Yours was in the summer for most, you know, it was in the June, you know, summer in Northern Hemisphere. Even if it's not in your sign, it's still making a big angle, astrology-wise, to your sign. So you will feel it. It will impact you. And I am offering those readings. I do the equinox readings. They're always very popular every year. It'll be available for a limited time. So if you're interested in that, you can find out how that affects you specifically. I run through astrology, but it's also a psychic reading. So if you're interested, you can look into that below. You know, the Ten of Swords in reverse was the first card out here. So Ten of Swords in reverse is that there was some pain and suffering, but I mean the rest of the spread is just fabulous, so I'm not even that concerned about it. With these cards too, with my Rock and Roll Tarot deck, let them talk to you. If you see words that look like it says something or it says something else, or a word starts popping off the screen at you, that's the way that you can really get a personal message out of this general reading. Excuse me for 1 second here. Get a drink. Okay, so yeah. Even though you have the very first card as a Ten of Swords in reverse, which could mean, you know, something that was maybe a failure or something you have to get past or get over. In reverse, it's not as severe, but it doesn't change. It's not like a good card all of a sudden just because it's in reverse. It's still kind of not that great. But it's followed up right away with the Three of Rods. The Three of Rods is a very good card, and it's a card of your ships are coming in, things are starting to work out for you. You know, lots we've got some big planetary stuff happening here too, because we've got Jupiter and Saturn, who have been retrograde for a real long time, are all of a sudden moving direct during this month. And that's not, it's in Capricorn, which isn't your sign, but it's your opposite sign. So again, you feel that pull strongly if it's in your same element, or especially if it's in your opposite sign. So things are going to really start rolling along for you as well. With you, the King of Swords seems to be playing a big role in this thing's improvement for you. King of Swords could be an air sign, which is an Aquarius, a Gemini, or Libra. This may be something that started all the way back in Gemini time. Other thing about this person could be the Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but also the thing about the King of Swords is often he may have to do with like legal, law, you know, things like that, government, you know, that could be something like that. You may get some kind of a answer, you know, or a grant or a job offer or something along those lines. You got to have strength and have patience out of this. This is whatever this is, it's made you stronger, and it's giving you you have the wherewithal and fortitude to move forward here. You've got the Three of Cups, so it's going to be happiness and time of a celebration. Now, I'm not sure. Where's my little calendar, doohickey? My doohickey. Well, you know the guides are here when we're saying words like doohickey. Because that ain't the word that I would normally say, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, Labor Day is falling in September. That's one of the things that I was going to check into. Because often when there's Three of Cups, it can mean a holiday, and it can also mean like a 3-day weekend. So we will be having a 3-day weekend, you know, on the 7th, and then we've got, so that would be what, this 5th, 6th, and 7th. And then we've got we got a 7 and an 8, 2 7s and an 8 showing up in here too. So there could be something kind of big popping up around that time frame for you. Also, we do have the King of Pentacles showing up here, connected to this. The King of Pentacles by the Sun. When the Sun's still in Earth, and the Sun is going to be in Earth for the majority of the month, we're going to be in Virgo. But it could represent anybody, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, any of the Earth signs. Also, it could be something having to do more with money, because he's the money man here. But it does seem to be right around that time frame for many of you, right around that 3-day holiday weekend. You know, some kind of money news might be showing up here. It's going to get you out of a situation that you've not been happy with for a while. If you've been in a job or having to do something that you're earning money that you really just don't enjoy and you don't like doing, this is going to propel you out of it in a big way. Chariot is a complete change. It's like it's going way up in a different stratosphere is the word that I'm hearing. It's also a card of, it's the highest success card in the entire deck. It could be a card of traveling, journeying. If some of you will be traveling over the holiday weekend, you may encounter some kind of, you know, person who has a great opportunity for you. And then you have the Sun card. The Sun card is, this is something here, this whole corner. This is where an opportunity where you can really shine and glow and express your whatever this is, good riddance, you know, who cares? If it's draining your life out of you, why do you want to hang on to it? Get rid of it anyway. It's not good for you. Okay, let's go ahead and do our animal totem, and then we're going to pull some lots. I have some really cool stuff I want to tell you about. Don't forget, if you do want that equinox reading too, that is going to be available till the end of the month. I know a lot of people that look forward to these all the time. I get real busy, but I love doing them. It's one of my favorite things to do. But let's go ahead and get our animal totem card for our Cancer people for 2020 September. The fox. The fox is sly and sneaky, but also he's kind of sexy. He can be sexy. For some of you, if you're single, this could totally be some kind of, you know, wow. You meet somebody and you're just like, whoosh. Because this is when you fall in love, you know, you have that, your aura just shoots out like that. That movie's playing on Netflix again. I love that movie about the star. Claire Danes is the star, and she falls to Earth, and I can't think of the name of it. But when, you know, when the star's shining, you know, when she's happy, and then her aura starts really glowing. That's totally like the Sun card here. But anyways, listen, fox. Sly, sexy, charming, shapeshifter. Elevated sense of smell, acute hearing, mediumship, camouflage, retreat, insulate, survive. Keep to yourself till know who to trust. Now, this is not a time to keep to yourself. I feel like if you've been keeping to yourself, this is a time to get back out there as much as is possible. I know with quarantines we can't really do as much as we'd like to. But that thing that stood out to me on this also was that smell. You know, something smells good. I mean, or even if there's a sexual attraction, often you're attracted to somebody because you like the way they smell. I definitely have been doing, you know, that's definitely a thing with me. You know, smell is huge with me. There's things that I love the smell of, and then there's also things that I hate the smell of, like perfume that smells like bug spray and poison. But anyways, real quick before we do the other lots, I want to just tell you about my new book that's out. Woohoo! Transmissions for Humanity, Book 1, Guidance from Higher Dimensional Beings During This Pivotal Time in Human Evolution. It's by the time this airs, it should be out in print and Kindle, and there's also an audiobook that I've finished recording, but I have to get it out. I've been channeling, asking questions and channeling with these higher guides for over a year, and I've completed this book. It goes into a lot of the stuff about what's happening with the Great Awakening and this whole thing that we find ourselves in, you know, Earth in general. But I've also asked a lot of questions too, like just different things that I've wondered over time, and they've given some really great insights and answers. I'm really excited to share it with everybody, and I hope if you're interested that you will check it out. Okay, so this last thing we're going to do, this lots of answers. This is one of my other lots. It's divination things that I come up with. So we're going to have a top and a bottom, 1 and 2. So right now, ask your question and pick, do you want your answer to be 1 or 2 before I lay them out. And if you need a minute, you can pause the video. Okay, here's going to be from slot 1 and then slot 2. I think I got both of these before. I definitely got yep. That was for the last one. So yep is a yes. This is kind of like the Magic 8 Ball, but it's there's way more answers than the Magic 8 Ball, you know. And I even have like a little crystal ball on stars. It's not that clear, but. And then the second one is seemingly. So that's kind of like a, it seems to be, but it might, you know, it might happen. It might not happen, but it seem to be on the track or on the trail of that. So for either one, if you picked 1 or 2, your answer basically is a yes. So that's cool. Okay, let me go. I'm going to shuffle these cards up. This is going to be for our Patreon level 2 people. The way I roll with this is instead of charging for each individual bonus reading, if you're a Patreon level 2 person, you get access, early access and no ads on the regular readings. And then you get access to all of the bonus readings. You don't have to pay for each one. So there's going to be 3 more cards on this for every sign. If you're interested in that, check it out. If you enjoy my content, please do hit the subscribe button. Use these cards. Let these cards talk to you. If you see words popping out, that's a good message. Those messages are coming through for you. If you want to purchase these decks or books or anything, I have so much stuff, t-shirts and whatever. Please do check it out. Your support means the world to me, and it keeps this videos going every month. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great September and a great equinox. Check out my book, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.